Welcome back to Aldershot Coin Club.
Hello YouTube, Tony here, Aldershot Coin Club. As per usual, got the 50p album out. We've got everything on the first page, including the football. We need a Kew Gardens to go there, except the Kew Gardens on the first page, sorry. We've got loads of different Rare Olympics, pentathlon, triathlon, tennis, weightlifting, wrestling. Yeah. Do still need to find a judo. Yeah, we're up to the basketball was the last Olympic to go in the book. Everything else since then has been a duplicate. I've got WWF in the book, and then everything else we've got except we need to see that puddle duck still, and then we've got everything else. Isaac Newton, we got the rare 18s, they're all in there, and we got everything all the way up to and including, you know the score, coronation coin there, and then we have filled up the top finds page. Tennis, we found that twice. The Ram was a nice find. We got two duplicate footballs there. I think I'm at about 4 or 5 WWFs. We got a duplicate Foxy. We got two 18 rabbits there. Volleyball is still the most common Olympic at 5 so far, and then the territory page also, we have already filled that up as well with some star finds. Milner's Tower, that Ballywicker jersey, 200,000 mintage on that. That is a very rare 50p. Amazing, it still doesn't hold the value of the salmon, but anyways, that Barbary ape is a star find, definitely. That I still reckon that's a bunk. But anyways, enough of me wittering on about stuff. We have Post Office Birmingham sealed bag, and we've got 11th of March 2025 at 12 minutes past 8 in the morning. Sealed Birmingham Post Office bag. I do like the old sealed bags. I am going to have to buy some more coin bags soon though. Running a bit on the low side. Gone through 2,000 bags in nearly a year and a half. Right, have we got a tear in this? Yes we have. We'll get into this. I'll do the key date check at the end. Looking for the low minted 17 shields. And the NIFC key dates on the shield of 9, 10, 11, 16, 18 and 2021. That's a 2020. It's got a bit of a collar rotation on it. Nothing special though. Right, let's get into this. I'll let you know if and when we find anything, and if it's rare and if it's nice and new for the book. That's a Battle of Britain, that is. 2015 with 50p on the obverse. Is a Jodie Clark, so it's the correct circulating portrait. Has the denomination and everything. That is a low tier keeper. I keep them. That is a good little find. Don't see them very often. Oh, the bag doesn't want to stay open today. There we go. Thank you to everyone that has been watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, all that kind of stuff. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I do appreciate it. I am trying to work up to that magic 1,000 subscribers. We will get there eventually. We are slowly plodding along. Please do give me a like, comment and subscribe. Like I said, I do appreciate it. That is a very clean 2020 there. Very clean as well, 2020. Plenty of them about. There's another one, look. Spanking new. Plenty of them about and in the post office. Oh yeah. What did I get up to about? I think it was 13 or 14 bags. I think it was 13 bags of 2020 shield busts. Madness. Oh, 18. Anything but the People Act. We don't need any 18s for the book, but it would be nice to see a rare one. No, People Act, very common. The only 18 that I don't keep. Oh, dropping shield. Captain Coin Drop is in the room already. That's the first one. Did a video the other day with you guys and I counted 3 times I dropped coins. Wouldn't be a 50p coin hunt without me dropping a coin, would it? A shiny 2020s in here. There we go, there we go. There is a dictionary 50p sat there. Nice to see it, but it is a very common coin. 17 million. The 3rd most common commemorative in circulation currently. Was the most common up until the 17 bunnies and Peter rabbits come out. There it is, there's a dictionary. As I said, 17 million of that puppy. They're very common. Don't keep them, they're only worth 50p. Oh, it's a lovely sunny day out today and went to go and get these coins and it was really nice out. Really nice. Enjoyed the sunshine whilst I was getting my coffee. That is a 17. We want the rotation error on the Benjamin Bunny, if anything. Come on, the rotation. Nope, is a Benjamin Bunny, no rotation. That is the most common commemoratives in circulation. Oh yes. There we go, Benjamin Bunny in that bag. $2022 Pride or Jubilee, but I'm willing to put money on it. It's a Jubilee, not Jubilee, a Pride, sorry, or it might not be. I'm finding more of the Prides than I am of the Jubilees. Yeah, it's a Pride. Still a low tier keeper though. Last circulating commemorative with the Queen on, as I always say. That's 2007. Is this a scouting? It looks like it might be. I don't know. No. Yeah, I'm not finding many of the Jubilees. It was a very popular design. Yeah, a lot of people have kept them. I've definitely been keeping them. Not seen one for a few hunts now. And it's more common than the Pride, but I'm seeing more of the Prides. That is a Battle of Hastings with the denomination on the obverse. This is a low tier keeper. Yes, it is. Found a couple of them recently, not many of them though. We'll take that there. Couple of low tier keepers so far, nothing majorly rare though. No Olympics yet. Never know though. Not over until I open that last bag and check that last coin. That's a very clean shield there, isn't it? 2020. I bet this is as well. Oh, I don't know. That's very clean. Yes, it is. Looked almost as clean as that 2021 shield that I found. Oh, knocking the camera over. There's another one. Plenty of them in here, isn't there? Oh. They could have minted something else. Really. Instead of all them 19 and 20 shields. We want the rotation on the Benjamin Bunny. This is going to be a Beatrix Potter from 2017. That is a tail of Peter Rabbit. That's very common. 19 million of those bunny rabbits. Sorry about the banging outside. I got my window open because it is quite warm in my flat. It is 25 degrees on the last day of March. Got the builders over the road doing something. Oh, 2016. There's a Ironside. I haven't seen an Ironside for a couple of hunts actually. 2016. We need to see the puddle duck for the book. That's the only 16 we need. No, Peter Rabbit. No whisker error. No die clash on the obverse. That's very common. I don't keep them. Ironside. No cud in the lion. I had to think about what this was for a minute. No doubling on the obverse. That's very common. I don't keep them either. Got a couple of bags of 50p's to do this week. This one and one from Barclays. I might go and see if I can get one from Nationwide as well. Got to get them videos in for you guys to watch twice a week at the moment. As long as I can get the coins, I will. For those of you that are not finding the coins that you need for your book, oh, look at the doubling on that 13 shield. That is pretty bad, that one. For those of you that are not finding what you need for your book, you do just need to keep looking for that. Look at the doubling on that. That's quite a bad one. Might keep that one. I'll have a look at the end. Is it that one that it goes out to? Yeah, that's where I had it. I might keep that. Yeah, for those of you that are still looking for coins, I know Karen's looking for the puddle duck. Hopefully you found it by now. Martin's looking for triathlon and football, and I think Crisis has found his football now. I'm not too sure. But if you are looking for coins for your book, you do just have to keep looking, I'm afraid. That's just the way that it is. This is Brexit or diversity. Diversity, very common. And if you're not finding the coins that you need for your book and you're hunting, say, post office. Oh, look at that, you little beauty. That crept up on me. That is a star find. We do like to see the WWF. Yeah, try and go somewhere else for coins if you can. Try a bank or a building society. If you don't ask and ask them for coins, you don't know. You don't ask, you don't get, do you? All I can say, word of advice, anyone going into a bank or a building society asking for coins, just be nice to them. They can only say no or yeah. And sometimes they might be really nice about it. And be honest about what you're doing as well, and tell them you're not a business. I mean, if you are registered as a business, then blinding. Crack on, get a business account with them and you're away, you know. But you're going to have to pay for that, you know. So 50p and 2023 on the obverse with King Charles. This is the uncrowned portrait of the coronation coin. That is a keeper. But if you're not a business, then just explain to them and say, no, I'm not a business. I don't make any money from this. I'm just collecting the coins. I know Martin's looking for triathlon and football, and all I can say, mate, is honestly, you just got to keep looking. It took me 3 years to find a football in a cube, but I did it eventually. Persistence paid off. And look how many different sources of coins I've been using. Post Office, Barclays and Nationwide. And also I've been doing Lloyd's as well. You just don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread them out. Go in and ask. If you're not finding what you need for your book, go to a different town and have a look if you can get there. That's the other thing I would say. I've had bags from Reading Barclays, I've had bags from Camberley, bags from Farnborough, Aldershot, Farnham, all over the place. I mean, I think I've even... Did I get a bag from Wales? No, I didn't in the end. That's one thing I am going to do. Try and see if I can get a bag from Wales or something when I go up there. 16. We need to see that blooming puddle duck. I bet it's anything but it. No, Team GB. Not much of a rotated reverse, not compared to how bad it can be. That is a low tier keeper now. I've been keeping them, and it shows how many I find of them. I can't even remember I'm keeping them. Yeah, just go and look somewhere else for coins. The other thing I'd say as well is don't rely on your change. You'll be waiting a long time if you're just going through your change, honestly, unless you're spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of notes to get as much change as you can. I mean, if you are, fair enough, but you're still not going to find what you need, honestly. I think I've had about 1 Olympic in my change in what, 3-4 years, maybe 2 Olympics. You're more likely to find a common coin in your change, obviously. Clunker on the 19. Yeah, that's my advice to you guys. Just carry on, be persistent. Don't let it beat you, honestly. If you're not finding what you need, mix it up, go somewhere else. Don't put your eggs all into one basket. I don't do that, not at all. I mean, yeah, Post Office, reliable source, but in the grand scheme of things, I found more Olympics in Nationwide and Barclays than I have at the Post Office. .2020 Shield. I told Crisis to keep going and be persistent, and he did, and he found the football. It's like me with the salmon. I wasn't downhearted that I didn't find it. I just knew eventually it would turn up, and it did. In a Voltex bag from the bank. What you're looking for will eventually turn up. Might take longer than you think, though. You also got to remember with the Olympics, a lot of them, I think it was a change checker on it, or Westminster. They did a bit of a poll, and the amount of people keeping the Olympics was horrific, and they reckoned 80% of them have already been taken out of circulation, and I totally agree with that. I do. They are getting a lot harder to find. They don't seem to turn up in the hunts as much. Getting a lot more bags without Olympics in, whereas when I first started it was near enough every bag you was guaranteed to have at least an Olympic in it. It might not have been new for the book, but at least you'd have something in there to keep. Oh, there we go, this is a little beauty. I do keep these, there's no crisp packet error down there. Paddington at the Palace is a keeper. Do keep them, I've had a bit of run on the Paddingtons recently. That's another coin, I don't see it for a while, and then all of a sudden I have a bit of a glutton of them come in. Got a nice little Paddington stash on the go, that's for certain. Very clean examples of them as well. Look at that for a crisp 2020 Shield, and that as well. loads of them in here. There's another 16 Peter Rabbit. There's a lot of 16s in here. No whisker error either side. No die clash on the other. So that's the second one. Very common that. And that's the second coin that I've dropped. VC Medals Heroic Axe there, nearly missed it. That is fairly common, is an original strike as well. It's not the NIFC restrike variant. Alright, let's get this done. We've got 3 more bags after this one. See what we've got in here. Although we've had a cracking hunt already. Nothing new for the book, but that WWF is Starfind. Cool, that's really thin, that. Worn down, seen some action. Right, 2 bags left. More 2020s, brand new. Right, last bag. Doesn't look like we're going to find any Olympics, does it? But you never know. And last coin of the hunt is a Christopher Ironside 50p. Let's check this for Cudding the Lion. Nope, doubling on the obverse. A little bit around the nose. No, I won't keep that though. There we go, that's the second Ironside. Where do we have that? There we go. So I'm going to give Starfind to the WWF 50p. Paddington at the Palace, which is fairly clean. And you know what, this Coronation coin, because it's fairly clean, let's put the Battle of Britain on there as well. There we go. Starfinds for today. Nothing new for the book, but that WWF is definitely a Starfind, and so is that Paddington at the Palace. It's very clean. That Coronation's not been around the block that much, is it? There we go. So nothing new for the book, but onwards to the next bag, which will probably be a Barclays or a Nationwide one, knowing me. Yeah, please give me a like, comment and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And you know what time it is when I say this. My name's Tony, this is Aldershot Coin Club. Stay safe, take it easy, and keep on hunting for them elusive Olympic coins for your book. Until next time, bye bye.